Today, we're taking a moment to look back at the life of an absolute titan of Indian cinema, Dharmendra. We're going to dive into the incredible story of the original He-Man of Bollywood.
It was news that really stopped everyone in their tracks. A huge loss. Dharmendra, Bollywood's original He-Man, was gone. For more than 60 years, he was so much more than just an actor. He was a cultural icon, and his passing, well, it really is the end of an era.
And these words from his wife, the legendary actress Hema Malini, they just say it all, don't they? It gives you a glimpse of the man behind the superstar, the person he was away from the cameras. A family man, a partner, just a rock for the people he loved.
So, the big question is, how does a kid from a tiny village in Punjab grow up to become this massive cinematic legend? Well, let's go all the way back to the start. Because his story, it's not one of silver spoons. It's that classic tale of pure ambition, raw talent, and maybe just a little bit of fate.
So if you look at his early years here, life was pretty straightforward. Born in a small Punjabi village, finished school, got married young. It looked like he was set for a totally normal life. But then, 1958 happened. He won this big national talent contest, and just like that, everything changed. It was his one-way ticket from his village straight to the bright lights of Mumbai.
And this really puts it all into perspective. Before all the fame, he was a railway clerk, making about 125 rupees a month. Now get this, his first ever movie salary? Just 51 rupees. Apparently 3 different producers had to chip in just to pay him that. It just goes to show you how incredibly humble his start really was.
Okay, so now we get to the part of the story that really made him a legend. After getting his start, he built this on-screen personality that would turn him into an absolute superstar, a name that everyone in India knew. This is the story of how he became the He-Man. So how did he get that iconic title, He-Man of Bollywood? It all started with this one movie in 1966, Phool Aur Patthar. It was a total blockbuster, and it sealed the deal. He was the new action star. The nickname just stuck. It was perfect. It completely captured that tough guy charm and power that people absolutely love to see on screen.
But here's the thing, you can't put him in a box. He was so much more than just an action hero. Look at this range. You've got the epic action of Sholay, of course, then there's the heartbreaking drama in Satyakam. A lot of critics say that was his best work, ever. And then he could turn around and be absolutely hilarious in a comedy like Chupke Chupke. The man could do it all.
Okay, look at this number, 7. Just 7. It represents a kind of stardom, a kind of box office power that is just mind-blowing by today's standards. So what's it all about?
Check this out. In 1 year, 1987, Dharmendra had 7 successful movies hit the theaters. 7. That record for pure output and popularity, nobody in Bollywood has ever matched it. It just speaks volumes about his work ethic and how much audiences truly loved him.
All right, so we've talked about the superstar and the box office king, but what about the man behind the legend? Let's get a little more personal.
This is one of my favorite stories. It's from the set of Sholay, and it's just legendary. Apparently, he was so taken with his co-star Hema Malini that he would secretly pay the crew guys to mess up their scenes together. Why? So they'd have to do more retakes, and he could get a few more hugs in. It's such a great story, right? It just shows you the romantic hiding inside the action hero. Now, his personal life was, well, it was complicated. He was the head of 2 different families. He married his first wife, Prakash Kar, way back in 1954, and they had 4 kids together. Then in 1980, he married Hema Malini, and they went on to have 2 daughters. And through it all, he was a dedicated father to all 6 of his children.
And his life off-screen was just as full. This was a man with a real soul. He loved writing Urdu poetry, or shairi. He was passionate about organic farming at his massive farmhouse. He even dipped his toes into politics and served as a member of parliament for a while. Oh, and he started a successful chain of restaurants. The man was busy. So when you put it all together, what is the legacy that Dharmendra leaves behind? It's way more than just a list of movies, right? It's about family, it's about business, and it's about the permanent mark he left on Indian culture. Of course, after a career that long and that successful, people are going to wonder about his estate. And it's substantial, valued at over 400 crore rupees. We're talking a film production company, a lot of property, different businesses, and the future of all of that is now with his family to manage.
And believe it or not, his time on screen isn't quite finished. We, the audience,
we get to see him one last time. His final performance is going to be released after his passing in a film called Ikkis, so his presence will be felt on the big screen just one more time.
And we want to leave you with this. It's a line from a poem he actually recorded for that final film. It feels so full circle. You know, for the boy who left his tiny village to chase his dreams in a huge city, but never, ever forgot where he came from. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What part of a legend like that truly lives on forever?